today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. And the San Francisco 49ers taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end. On the first play of the drive. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady to Evans on the slant. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Brady now on third and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up third and 4.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jarrett McKinnon, 89 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fortnite. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation?
And the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Brady. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Jarquiski Tart. Brady's pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. From way up at the 23. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with McKenna. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Sliding out of the pocket. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football on them. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpired. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line, to be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big time.
Because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
And he stopped immediately there. Ball carrier. William Golston in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Man, to play that hurts. The gain.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It's Coleman here. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the 49ers add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
For San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
54, check, block 54, block 54. Coming this way, here we go. Hey, 66.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Play action. Now it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's 2nd down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He's got his man, Valdez Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
On the tackle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
He's gonna make everything.
Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Robert Tanyan, 54 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's back to throw here to start the drive. A screen to Bell. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 2.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got a man here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
With the score, Packers 8, Chiefs nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they go screen, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense.
The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. Bring it! And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk